Good morning everyone and welcome to our group discussion. First of all, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Muhammad Anas bin Muhammad Azrad and together with me are
Nur Fadia Izzati binti Zainuddin
and
Nur Tanisha Rutisha.
so we are students from NT3. Today we are conducting our continuous assessment for the subject Basic Communication in English. This discussion is part of Task 1 Performance Group Discussion. For this task, our group will be discussing the topic, the benefits and challenges of using social media as a learning tool. Through this discussion, we will share different perspectives, exchange ideas, and explore both the positive and negative impacts of social media on education. We hope that this discussion will provide useful insights and encourage everyone to think critically about how social media influence learning in today's digital world. So without further ado, let's begin our discussion. Okay, so good morning everyone. Today our group will discuss the benefits and challenges of using social media as a learning tool. So before we begin, I want everyone to think about one question. How many hours do you spend on social media every day?
Honestly, around 4 to 5 hours. Not all for studying, of course. Sometimes entertainment, sometimes learning.
But for me, maybe 3 to 4 hours. I use social media to quite often to communicate with my friends, with my family, and for such educational content.
I think many students can relate to it. Social media has become part of our daily routine. We use TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Telegram, and many other platforms almost every day. The important question is social media helping students learn better, or is it actually distracting them? So today we will discuss both sides of the argument. So let's start with the first benefit. Do you think social media has made learning become more easy?
I think definitely. Before this, students need to search through books or visit the libraries. But now, information is available within a second.
And sometimes I think I learn more from one short video than from several pages of notes because the explanation is very simple and also visual.
So, do you think that students nowadays rely more on online resources than the textbooks?
I think so. Textbooks are still important, but students usually look for faster explanation online first, such as YouTube.
I agree with you, Kanya. So the biggest advantage is convenience. A student can learn almost anything using only a smartphone and internet connection. So what do you think?
That's good.
So, we can say that social media gives students faster access to knowledge and makes learning more convenient. In other words, why do students seem to enjoy learning through social media more than traditional methods?
What do you think, Leon?
I think it is because it feels less boring. educational content often uses animations, graphics, and also storytelling.
When learning is enjoyable, students will pay more attention and remember what they are learning so that they can remember information better.
So can you give me some example here?
So, for such topics, I can give that animations help students visualize processes that are difficult to imagine through text alone. For example, I think it is from photosynthesis itself.
Oh, I see. Another thing, language learning is another good example. Watching videos can improve pronunciation and listening skills.
So social media makes learning more interactive and engaging. So do you think that social media encourage independent learning?
What do you think? I think it's a yes because students don't really need to wait for teachers. If they are curious about something, they can search the information through the internet themselves.
I agree with you, Fania. And for my opinion, university students especially need to become more independent learners, and social media supports them.
Yes, I think that's correct idea.
Okay, so to add on that, can you share personal experience from yours?
Yes, of course, Anas. I have a lot of personal experience. I once struggled with a topic, so I watched several educational video on YouTube, on the internet, and eventually understood it so much better.
I believe that I have had the same experience as you, Fania, and different educators explain concepts in different ways. So sometimes one explanation works better than another.
That's true. Social media gives students more control over their own learning. Next, let's talk about group assignment. Can you imagine doing assignments without WhatsApp or Telegram to study?
I cannot imagine that because don't think I can do that. Honestly, in my opinion, it's a no. Group discussion would be so much harder. Is it?
Yes, I really agree with you. So we can also create group chats, share updates, and discuss tasks instantly.
So that's a very nice opinion. So do you think that group projects will take a longer without social media?
Definitely, Anas. It's a simple discussion that takes 5 minutes in the group chat could take days if everyone had to meet physically.
And in my opinion, online communication also helps shy students like introverts participate more actively.
So social media improves communication, teamwork, and also collaboration.
Yes.
What about cost?
I can answer that.
Many learning material are completely free as you know. Students don't always need an expensive courses.
I think there are also thousands of free tutorials online for subjects like mathematics, programming, science, business, and also language. So it is easier for them to search for the course.
Do you think that this helps students from different financial backgrounds?
Yeah, absolutely. A student who cannot afford expensive tuition can still access a lot of educational content online. So what do you think, Fania?
I think it's true. That's why social media has made knowledge more accessible than ever before.
So we can say that education is no longer how we can afford expensive results. In your guys' opinion, what are the skills can students gain from using social media every day?
I think it is digital skills. So students learn how to communicate online, search for information, and also evaluate sources on the internet.
That's true, dear. They also learn content creation, presentation skills, and online collaboration.
I love to hear your guys' opinion. And why are these skills important?
These skills are important nowadays because many workplaces today require digital communication and technology skills.
And also, students who know how to use digital tools effectively may have an advantages in the future job market.
So social media can help students develop skills
Yeah.
that are useful beyond classroom. So far we have discussed many advantages. So however, every technology has its weaknesses. So let us discuss the challenges. First thing first, what do you think is the biggest challenge?
I think Fadil can answer that. Or weaknesses.
Oh, yeah. I think the biggest challenge amongst the student is distraction without passion.
And without education.
Yeah.
And students often start studying by end up watching entertainment videos, such as TikTok.
Such as you.
Like us.
So that has ever happened to you guys?
Yeah, exactly.
Many times I plan to watch one educational video and somehow spend an hour scrolling TikTok.
I agree. Same here. I think most students have experienced that.
So the challenges is not the educational content itself, but the temptation becomes stronger. What about the fake information?
Yeah.
So I think that's another serious issue. Aside of scrolling TikTok, not everyone online is accurate.
Yes, true. That's true. Students need to verify the information before using it.
Yes, I agree.
Why is that important?
I think I want to answer that because incorrect information can affect the science and also understanding, so it will become miscommunication among students.
Yeah, a viral post doesn't automatically make true. Is it?
Yeah, so critical thinking is very important when using social media for learning, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I think I agree with you.
So next question.
So do you think social media addiction is real?
Absolutely real. You know, many people check their phone every few minutes.
Yeah, I agree with you because me sometimes I do the same thing. So sometimes students cannot focus because they constantly think about notifications from their friends, from their boyfriends, girlfriends, and also family.
So I see that can definitely affect productivity.
Yes, absolutely 100% very sure about that.
Yeah.
Even during study session, some students keep checking messages and social media updates.
Over time, this habit can also reduce concentration and make studying less effective, which is we don't want that happen to us.
Yeah.
So by that, so self-control becomes very, very important, right?
Yes.
So let's us talk about the next topic that is cyberbullying.
Yeah.
I think cyberbullying can seriously affect students emotionally.
Selalu
Okay, let's continue.
Belakang ni.
Okay.
So, especially among teenagers and young adults.
I think some students become more afraid to share their ideas online because they worry about being judged. As we know that cyberbullying is a serious issue nowadays.
Yeah, they show that social media can affect not only academic performance but also mental well-being.
So creating respectful online environment is very important. What about parents?
I think many students share too much personal information on online such as Instagram or TikTok.
I agree with you. Some of my friends also share their personal information online. And some don't realize the risk. Personal information can be misused for themselves.
I understand. So now can you give me the examples?
So I think things like phone numbers, locations, and also private photos.
Once something is posted online, it can be difficult to remove completely.
Yeah.
So students should think carefully before sharing personal information whenever and wherever they use. So do you think that social media affects real life communication?
I think sometimes yes. Some students are more comfortable communicating online, such as like I just said just now. They are introverts and also extroverts.
Face-to-face communication is still important
Who does that matter?
because interview, presentation, and meetings still happen in real life.
Online communication is very useful for students, and I think it is important for us too. But students should also develop confidence in speaking directly with people.
Yes, it's true.
So social media should support communicative and communication skills and not replace them. So let's start with our first debate question. Should schools ban social media completely?
Personally, I don't think banning social media is the right way to the right solution for the school.
Why do you think so, Leah?
Let me think. I think it is because students will still use social media outside school, like home, like computer cyber, and so much more. Banning it doesn't really solve the problem. It only limits access temporarily.
That's a very interesting point. So what would be a better approach?
I think schools should focus on teaching students how to use social media responsibly and instead of completely banning it.
Yes, I agree with Leah's idea. Students needs more guidance, not restriction. Social media can actually be useful when used it correct.
But if you look nowadays, some teachers argue that social media causes distraction during lessons.
Actually, I agree with that too.
That's true, but many teens can be distracted. The real issue is self-discipline itself.
Yeah. So exactly, if students learn self-control, social media can become a valuable learning tool instead of a distraction for themselves.
So both of you believe education is more effective than prohibition.
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
So I think we can move to our next topic. So Anas,
To our next question.
yeah.
Hear it carefully.
Okay.
Is TikTok actually a good platform for learning?
Personally, I would say yes.
Why?
Because many people think TikTok is only for entertainment. But there are many educators sharing useful content there, such as MC Class,
I agree with you, Fadia. I have seen videos explaining science concepts such as photosynthesis, electrolysis, and study techniques, and even language learning.
So you are a very good student.
Yeah, I think so.
But TikTok videos are usually very short. Can students really learn effectively through short videos?
You've got a good question. Good question. So I think TikTok is useful for introducing topic, but not for mastering it completely.
Exactly, dear. It can spark curiosity. After watching a short educational video, student can continue learning through books, textbook, or article, or longer video on YouTube.
And also they can ask their teachers for more explanation.
So TikTok can just be the starting point rather than the entire learning process.
Yes, that's how I see it.
The platform itself is not the problem. It depends how students use it.
So I think it's that's a fair conclusion. So here's an interesting scenario. If social media disappear tomorrow, will students perform and become better academically?
Honestly, not necessarily.
I think I agree with you. So some students might become less distracted, but they will also lose access to useful learning resources on YouTube, TikTok, and much more.
That's true. Many students use social media for tutorials and educational discussion.
Exactly, Anas. We often use YouTube, Telegram, and other platforms to understand the difficult topic. You agree that?
Yes, absolutely. So the issue isn't social media itself. The issue is how students manage their time at home and also at school. Some students also, I think you can agree with you.
So you're saying that discipline matters more than the platform?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, a disciplined student can benefit from social media, while an undisciplined student may misuse it.
I see. I think that's a very balanced perspective from you guys. So let's move to another important question. What is it? Okay. Can social media replace teachers in the future? What do you guys think about it?
I think I want to answer that. Personally, I don't think so. I don't think that media can replace teacher in the future.
Why not?
It is because teachers do much more than provide information. They guide students, answer the question, and provide the feedback.
I think that's true. Because but what if students can access everything online through videos and AI such as ChatGPT, Canva AI, and anything else?
Oh, even then, teachers are still important. Technology can provide information, but teacher understand student personally.
I think that's a very important distinction.
And I want to add on, teachers also motivate students and help them stay focused.
Yes, that's true, dear. A video can tell whether a student is confused or struggling with that topic.
That's actually a very true opinion from Faria.
And also, social media should support teachers, not replace them.
Yes, I think so. I completely agree with you.
I also completely agree with you there. So if you could only choose one platform for learning, which would it be?
For me, definitely YouTube.
Same here. Although I also like Telegram for discussions.
Why you choose YouTube?
You ask me why YouTube? It is because the YouTube provide detailed explanation. You can find tutorial, lecture and demonstration for almost any topic for any subject.
I think so because I like YouTube because I can pause, rewind, and replay difficult sections. So I can understand it important.
That's you. You guys are so very funny.
Yeah.
Different students learn at different speeds.
Yeah, exactly. YouTube allows students to learn at their pace.
Telegram is also useful for me. It's because students can also discuss assignments and share their opinions or resources between their friends and between their teachers. What do you think?
So you guys say that different platforms serve different purpose.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, definitely, Anas.
So each platform has its own strength. Personally,
I agree. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that. So do you think that universities should create official educational TikTok channels?
Oh, I want to answer that. I think absolutely. University should create official educational TikTok channel.
but I will add on. I agree with that, but the content needs to be accurate and also professional.
What kind of content should universities post?
But yeah, answer it.
I think such as study tips,
Study tips,
academic advice,
any advice?
and information about university programs.
Yeah. Good answer. So they could also share the student success stories and also career guidance.
That sounds like a good way to connect with the students.
Yeah, I think too. University should communicate through platform students that already use such as TikTok and Telegram. YouTube.
Yeah.
It's the same examples. Okay. So education needs to evolve with technology for sure.
That's a strong argument. This question always creates debate. Which is more effective, textbooks or social media?
Personally, I think I would choose social media because it's faster and more engaging.
Engaging. Really? So I think textbooks still have important advantages.
Like what?
Let me think. Textbooks are usually written by experts and reviewed carefully. So the information is often more detailed and also organized from topics to topics.
That's true. I agree with you. But students today often prefer watching video instead of reading a long chapter. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So I agree. Even I sometimes search YouTube before opening a textbook.
So I think many students can relate to that.
Yeah.
Yes, I can relate it.
Okay. So, but social media explanations can sometimes be too brief.
That's a fair point. Social media is great for understanding. Social media is great for understanding concept quickly, while textbook help students gain deeper knowledge.
So maybe students should not choose one over the other.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
So the best approach is to combine both the social media and the textbook. What do you think?
So let's take a guess first. So I think let's end our debate section with one final question. Okay.
let's go.
Should primary school children have unlimited access to social media? What do you guys think?
No, I don't think so.
I agree with you. I think young children need supervision. may not be measured enough to identify misinformation or online risk.
Yes, that's good idea. They could also be exposed to inappropriate content or spend too much time online.
Yeah, like my sister.
Yeah,
That's good. Excessive screen time can affect both learning and physical activity.
Parents and teachers also play an important role at home in guiding children.
social media can be useful, but it should be introduced gradually and responsibly.
I see. So the key message here is balance and supervision.
Yes,
Yeah.
like our parents. So, yeah.
I completely agree with Anas and yeah.
You guys also agree with me. So that's a good discussion, everyone.
Yeah.
I think we have explored different perspectives on social media and education, and it's clear that benefits and challenges depend largely on how technology is used nowadays.
Let's move to the solutions.
Solutions, guys.
Yes, Anas start first.
Yeah. What is
So,
our
how can students use social media responsibly?
I think students should set the time limit when using social media. This can help them avoid spending too much time scrolling phone with TikToks or YouTube and stay focused on their study. What do you think?
I agree with you. Other than that, students should also follow educational accounts so that they can learn useful information while using social media, and also they would not dismiss it.
Do you guys want to know another good idea?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Another good idea is to turn off unnecessary notification. Constant notification can interrupt concentration, especially when you are studying.
That's true. Students should also verify information accurately before sharing it or using it for assignments, because not everything online is accurate.
So besides that, students should try to balance their online and offline activities, right?
Yes.
So spending time with family, friends, and doing outdoor activities is also important.
Yes, I think creating a study schedule can help as well. When students plan on their study times properly, they are less likely to become distracted by social media. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
So lastly, let me think. Students should take breaks from social media when studying, especially during examinations. This can help improve focus and productivity.
Wow, those are all great suggestions. If students practice these habits, they can enjoy the benefits of social media like what?
They can enjoy TikTok.
Tricks.
Yes,
With
and
the
so much more.
yeah.
So they can enjoy the benefits of all social media while avoiding many of its negative effects.
Yes, to conclude, social media has become an important part of students' life today. Throughout our discussion, we have explored many benefits of using social media as a learning tool. It provides easy access information, encourage independent learning, improve collaboration among students, and offer a wide variety of free educational resources. It also helps students develop digital skills that are useful not only in education but also in your future career.
I think so. So at the same time, we cannot ignore the challenges that happen and that come with using social media. So as we discussed together just now, students may face distractions, misinformation, miscommunication, addiction, cyberbullying, and also privacy risks. These challenges can affect both academic performance and also personal well-being if social media is not used responsibly.
I'm understanding now. So one thing that we can all agree on is that social media itself is not the problem.
Yeah.
So now the real issue is how people choose to use it, right?
Yes.
So the same platform that helps a student learn a new skill can also become a source of distraction if it is used without control.
Exactly. I think, in my opinion, social media is like a tool, just like a calculator or a computer. It can be very useful when you use correctly the tool itself. Students can watch educational video, join discussion, and share knowledge and learn new things beyond what is taught in the classroom. What do you think?
However, students should also always remember to use social media in moderation. It is important to manage our time wisely, verify information before believing it, and also maintain a healthy balance between online and offline activities. Social media should support our learning, not to control, not take control of our life.
Yes.
What do you think, Anas?
I think it's right. Social media should not control our life. Right? Personally, I believe social media has created many opportunities for students to learn in ways that were not possible before. So today, we can learn from experts around the world, access information, study, and connect with people from different backgrounds, different countries, and whatever it is. So these opportunities can help us become better learners if we use them wisely. Do you guys agree with my opinion?
I completely agree with us. Me too. As a student, we should focus on using social media more to improve ourselves rather than simply using it for entertainment all the time. Even spending a few minutes each day watching educational content can make a positive difference over time. Yeah?
I agree with you, Maya. We almost come to the end. So social media should be seen as a platform for both learning and communication among our friends. If students will develop good habits and self-discipline, they can enjoy the benefits while avoiding many of the negative effects.
Therefore, our group believes that social media nowadays is neither completely good or not completely bad. So this impact depends on how responsibly and effectively we use it. So when used wisely, they can become a powerful learning tool that supports innovation, creativity, and also personal growth.
Yeah. We also hope that after listening to our discussion, everyone will have a better understanding of both of the benefit and the challenges of social media.
And more importantly, we hope that all of us can become more smarter and also more responsible users of social media in our daily life.
So with that, I think we have come to the end of our discussion. So thank you for your time and attention. We hope that you guys enjoyed our discussion and learned something useful from it. So have a wonderful day, everyone.
Okay, that's the end of our discussion.
Bye.
Bye.